My name is Andrew Feist, and what I'm showing you today is a demonstration of electric fields and Coulomb's law. So what I put together here was inspired by ion thrusters. Uh, Ion thrusters are used to control spacecraft position, and they work by ionizing a propellant gas, something like xenon. So that ionized gas consists of positively charged xenon particles and negatively charged electrons together as a mix. That mix is called plasma, and since it has a charge, it is subject to the influence of electric and magnetic fields. So if you choose to read into that topic, you're going to find quickly that it's a lot more complicated than I'm presenting it here, but essentially I'm trying to boil it down to its simplest form and put it into a benchtop model to show you. So looking here, this is that same concept boiled down very simply to make a rudimentary benchtop model. So what you're looking at is a set of frames. On your left, you'll see what will be my positive frame. And this consists of a thin copper wire strung across. On your right, you're looking at what will be my negative frame, which is 3 copper tubes wired together in parallel. So I'm going to provide power to this with a benchtop power supply and a high voltage module, and essentially give it a very high voltage DC power source. So when I turn this power supply on, we're going to have two things happen, but you're not going to be able to see either of them happening. The first thing that's going to happen is we're going to create an electric field between these two frames. That field intensity is going to be dependent on the spacing between these two frames and the voltage of the current supplied to it, hence the very close spacing and the very high voltage DC power supply. That's going to help me get the highest field intensity out of this that I can. Second thing that's going to happen is we're going to start producing some of that plasma that I talked about earlier at the positive frame. So I haven't had any luck picking this up on camera, but there's going to be a very faint purple glow coming off of these wires. That's the plasma. And you can probably already tell what's going to happen when I turn this frame on, when I turn my power supply on. Since we have positively charged air molecules in an electric field, we're going to see this thing start blowing like a little fan. And if I hold my hand here, I'll be able to feel some air blowing across it. Before I do that, I'm going to get a little bit better of a camera angle, and I'm going to drop some dry ice into the water to help better visualize what's going on camera.